Nice to see you again. This recording is for Introduction to Cultural Research, and the topic is recreation. Well, when we talk about recreation, I think this is something very fun. I believe that you love to go having recreation, going to the beach, enjoy your time, your spare time, your free time with your family. We're going to relate this topic, which is recreation, or many people call this as leisure or free time. We're going to relate this to culture. So when it comes to culture, especially with this subject later, as students, what kind of aspects that you're going to search for, that you're going to do research on. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So we have to base our understanding on recreation in relation to culture on some aspects, or in this talk I'm going to start with questions. So you can look at your activities every day or your family members, for example. You can also look at other people around you. You can even see the country. What do the people in this country, Indonesia, in general do when they have free time or in their weekends, for example. But then that's not the only aspect that you can look for. You can even start from, and this is very, very important, I think, when it comes to culture in relation to recreations. So how do you see life? I think we can start from that. Or how do people around you see life? Do you see life as a burden in which there are a lot of restrictions and you put that in your mind? Or do you see life as a chance to do the best in your life? Or you see life as only a place for you to work, and to work? This later will influence what we call as a recreation and leisure, or the way you use your free time. And then we move from that from the way we look at life, from the way we see life. How do you see time then? Okay, because we might or other people might see life perfectly in a very good way, and then they have incorrect perception about time itself. So you can also do research on this, do those people see time as something to use in order to do good, to do more in this life, or they just waste it? So there are people that think time as like that, or just like doing nothing at home. So you can look at your activities. How much is your time used for useful activities? And then when you don't work, or after study time, for example, how many percent of your time is used for doing nothing, or just for sleeping, or playing with your gadgets, and so on? So this one is also included. And then after that, you can also study about how do people around you, or your family members, for example, how do they spend their free time? Is that with full activities and useful activities, or positive activities, or for doing nothing? And if they do have activities, we can do research on what kind of activities do they do. Because there are people who love to do sports, for example, among which there are many choices, of course, in order to keep their bodies healthy. But then there are also other people, a group of people, who love to do other things, such as fishing, for example, in which they are not active physically, but they are active maybe in the mind, in which they find a peaceful state of mind just by sitting there and then waiting for the fish to bite. This is like that. Or there are some other people maybe who loves brain sport like chess. But then if you look at some other people, they might they don't like these things, but they prefer to spend time with their family members or with their relatives. That's the activity, or that's the recreation that they like to do when they have free time. So just having chit chat, gathering with the family members and laugh and telling stories and so on. But this is already a kind of a picnic for them in which they refresh their mind. But underneath all of this, you can see actually the way, because we're talking about the culture here, you can see the way they look at this. How, what do they think about gathering with families? What do they think about going to the beach? Or what do they think about playing sports and so on? You can gather data, you can analyze this, and you can compare to other people specifically, or in general to people from other countries. So I think we have already covered the main ideas of this topic, so that you will not be confused what to analyze later, what to look into when it comes to recreation as a part of culture. So see you in my next, my other session of videos. Thank you.